Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Blue Golf Ball here today with another Pokemon TCG online video, and today I have for you guys a Mega Absol EX deck. Everyone wants to see this Mega Absol EX as soon as it came out, and I was thinking, what can go with this Mega Absol EX? And I was thinking, well, I'm not sure. But anyways, Mega Absol EX is the 210 HP Darkness Pokemon with the Mega Evolution rule, meaning if you play it and you evolve it and you lose your turn, nothing you can do about it. No Spirit Links, no Delta trait, whatever, to evolve right away or something like that. No primal traits at all. Bummer. But for 2 energies, you get it for Disaster Wing and does 80 damage. You get to discard the top card, doesn't matter what card it is, of your opponent's deck. If that card is a trainer card, this attack does 80 more damage. So 160 total, plus a Muscle Band, right? No Spirit Links, so might as well play Muscle Band. You can hit for 180, all right? And we will be playing the Trick Shovel with this deck to ensure that you have a higher chance of getting a trainer card on the top of your opponent's deck, right? So we are fighting weak. We do have Psychic Resistance, which is nice, and 2 retreat cost is very heavy, but we will have Darkrai EX here to give us the Dark Cloak, and that way it can avoid the 2 retreat costs. Darkrai can still attack too with Night Spirit, but we'll never really use that. Evil Tall here with Oblivion Wing is really good to start off with. Being able to detach an energy from the discard pile onto our Absol EX is really good. We also have Execute here. You're probably wondering why an Execute? Well, that's because we have Ninjask, all right? Ninjask, Wing Buzz. Once during your turn before your attack, if this Pokemon is your active Pokemon, you can discard a card from your hand. If you do, you can discard the top card of your opponent's deck. And that means you can discard, Execute, and probably get him back to your hand. Pretty cool, huh? That's kind of the idea. We'll see how much of how useful this Ninjask is. I don't know if it's going to be very useful. We'll be running 2 Keldils for Russian and Retreat. Works very well against Poison and special conditions, but also works real well with the Ninjask, right? That way, if you have Ninjask in the active spot, you can play Wing Buzz, discard the Execute, Russian, retreat into the other Ninjask, and then do that again, right? So that's kind of the plan there. And that's it for the Pokemon line. A huge Pokemon line, 15 cards, pretty heavy. But that's about it. So let's go to the item cards and whatnot. We have Acro Bike, one of these. It's kind of nice to be able to dig into your deck a little bit. We've got Battle Compressors to filter your deck, to discard some things that you don't need depending on matchups. We got the Computer Search. The Computer Search is really good, right? Everyone knows what this does by now. It's a nice A-Spec, which was A-Specs haven't been reprinted, so once the rotation happens, poor A-Specs won't show up anymore. Discard 2 cards from your hand. You can search for any card you want. That's always really good. You got Energy Switch, 2 of these. I kind of want the deck to be very fluid and to have the great flexibility to move things around. We have Professor's Letter, one of these. Star on the Megaphone, one of these. It was Trainer's Mail, one of these. And here it is, Trick Shovel. All right, so we can look at the top card of either your deck or your opponent's deck, and you can discard that card. Or you can return it to the top of the deck. So if you play Trick Shovel and you see an energy card, what you're going to do, you're going to discard it. But if you see a tool or a supporter, a stadium, or whatever, as long as it's a trainer card, leave it. And then you can use Mega Absol and use Disaster Wing and hit it for its fullest potential. So that's going to be the plan. We have 4 Ultra Balls. Could be pretty heavy. Could go with 3. 4 VS Seekers, again, pretty heavy. Could go with 4, or could go with 3, I mean. We will be playing Colress. Oh, look at that. It's a rare Colress with a loading bar. And, yeah, okay. Got Lysander here, one of these. Lysander Trump card. We got a couple N's, 3 of these. 1 Pokemon Center Lady. 1 Professor Birch's Observation. And 1 Juniper. I think that's only 1 Juniper. I'm not sure. But anyways, Shadow Circle, 3 of these. Really good for stadium counters. Because we got Pokemon that are weak to fighting, weak to lightning, weak to a lot of junk. So, I'm just kidding. Those are all here the good types. So, Shadow Circle, really handy. Muscle Band, 3 of these, since there's no Spirit Link. And a handful of energies. Without further ado, let's go ahead and see this deck in action on Pokemon TCG Online. All right, looks like right here, Vassal Rex, and we're going to be playing against a Mega Latios deck. Oh, that's going to be a ton of fun. We're going to get destroyed. All right, we start off with an Absol, and we are going second. So, ooh, look at that. These Latios EXs are full arts. We can see a fast raid. We're going to get hit right away. My opponent plays a Professor Sycamore. We see Golbats, Repeat Ball. And yeah, we're gonna get hit for a fast rate for 40 damage right away. Wow, that's impressive. And we can do a Dark Fang. Oh, look at that. You know what? Hey, you know what? We can do 40 damage too. Eat that, sir. And we do get the trainer's mail. We got a trick shovel as well. Let's go ahead. We'll just play the trick shovel and take a look at my opponent's deck. And it's a super scoop up. Get rid of that. Let's play the N. And we got that right there going for us. We even get a circle, whatever. Let's go with it. Take that. 40 damage to you. And we even flip heads. And got to discard a random card. We got to discard another Silent Lab. Oh, that's great. That way we can have the Keldeo. So in the next turn, what I'd like to do is, well, I'm not sure what I'd like to do. Oh my goodness, my opponent plays 3 Silent Labs at the very least. So there it is, countering our Shadow Circle. And here comes the Zubat. Here comes the Computer Search. We can probably see a Juniper right about now, and the Juniper... we'll be able to get my opponent a fresh hand size of 7. Oh, never mind. Oh, we see an N instead. And my opponent went for the Double Dragon Energy. That could probably take care of business right here. All my opponent would need... we get hit for 40. Okay, never mind. All right, so feeling pretty good right there. We got a VS Seeker. And, all right, so let's go ahead. We'll just get rid of this. And I'm going to get rid of... let's see here. Let's see. Let's just get rid of these. I want to get another Absol going. I think the one out there is going to get knocked out at some point, right? So I'm just going to go with that, and let's go with this, get the N, and play the N. We do get this here as well. We get a VS Seeker, got the Pokemon Center Lady. I'm going to go ahead. Let's go for Battle Compressor. And I think what we're going to do is, let's see here. We got to get some more energies in the discard pile. Let's go ahead and get rid of maybe a Colress, man. That Colress just wants to get eliminated for sure. All right, so let's just get rid of that Colress, right? Maybe not. Okay, I'm not sure. Okay, fine. That Colress is just asking for it. And let's just attack. We'll go with the Darkness Fang, hitting for 40. And look at that. We even discarded a Lysander. That's just funny. That is just great. Okay. I think we might get knocked out here. My opponent can actually evolve here with a Spirit Link plus the Mega Latios that would take care of the Absol EX here. My opponent could snipe the Ninjask as well, or snipe the Eviltal with a Muscle Band. I think that could have happened. We see Mega Turbo get discarded. We see the Ultra Ball discarding Mega Turbo. Ooh, here comes a Bat. That would definitely add some damage here onto the Absol EX. Okay, so my opponent's planning to target the Absol EX over here. And we will get End. Look at that. Okay, so we end up with a big fat End. We do have a Battle Compressor here. We even get the Shadow Circle, which we can play another energy here as well. So no Spirit Link. We're going to lose the turn. If we can play an N and end ourselves into a Mega Absol, we got 2 of them in the deck. And if that can happen, that'd be spectacular. We see my opponent targeting the Absol EX here, but with Pokemon Center Lady that hopefully we can get for the next turn, that'd be just terrific. Let's go with this. Take a look at my opponent's deck, and it is a Sycamore. Let's get rid of that, and might as well play this right there. I'm gonna play this right there. Counter the Stadium. Play this right here. Thin out the deck a little bit more. Some things that we don't need to see in particular is probably the Ninkatas. No need to see that. Maybe a Keldeo, since we have 2 of them. We only need 1. Okay, let's get rid of an Ultra Ball. Maybe not an Ultra Ball. We could use an Ultra Ball. And you know what? Let's get rid of this other Ninkata. No need to see him either. All right, so let's get rid of that. Let's go with the N right there. And yes, we do get the Mega Absol. Let's take a look at my opponent's deck, and let's discard. Look at that. We even discard an N right there. Go with the Professor's Letter. Got nothing. Ooh, canceled there. So there's no execute in their discard pile. That's a little bit disappointing. And that's it. Let's just Mega Evolve. And Mega Evolve it is. Look at that. And here is the Mega Absol. We should be able to start and wrecking things right now. But the Mega Absol here, I'm going to have to pay the retreat cost, either that or I'm going to go for the Computer Search, maybe get a Juniper, and that way we can perhaps start to do something, per se. If I can get if this Absol here does not get knocked out, what I'd like to do is get a Darkrai and pay the retreat cost, the retreat bring out this Absol and just start knocking things out. So nice thing for us is that my opponent really didn't get too much energy going. Oh, there's an energy on the Latios. Spoke too soon. Okay, and here is a Via Seeker. My opponent could be going for the Sycamore or a Lysander. Okay, my opponent goes for a Sycamore. Ooh, that's going to be a ton of cards being discarded. Oh, my opponent opts to discard the Double Dragon Energy, retreating with that. And we see a Lysander trump card. Oh, that's fascinating. Okay. Thank goodness we got a computer search which we can discard the Ultra Ball and the energy here. But ideally, I'd like to discard something else. I'll play the energy onto the Yveltal over here and then discard whatever else I draw. But we've got to wait and see, right? If anything, we get hit for 40. We survive the turn. And hey, there is an N. I don't actually want to play that. So let's just go ahead and I want to get a Juniper, right? So let's get a Juniper. If we can get the Keldeo too, that'd be pretty cool. But ideally, if we get a Darkrai, we're set. And no, we don't even get a Darkrai. Oh, how disappointing. All right, so what can we do here? Let's go ahead. I want to save a spot for the Darkrai. And I'm going to pay the retreat cost here, right? So let's go ahead. We will pay the full retreat cost. Let's go with this. And Trick Shovel time. Let's take a look at my opponent. And well, thank goodness we played that. And Trick Shovel. Let's take a look at my opponent. And okay, let's get rid of that too. And Moment of Truth, Disaster Wing, hitting for 180. Oh, knocking out the Mega, the non-Mega, the regular Latios EX. And right here, we could still get a knockout here. My opponent can actually knock us out. My opponent plays a Sycamore. Could see the Spirit Link plus Double Dragon Energy plus the Latios, but Mega Latios. We got to wait and see if that does happen. My opponent will need the Spirit Link. And right now I'm feeling pretty good. We hit for 180, knocking out the Latios EX in one shot. Wow, that was spectacular. And oh, there it is. There is the Double Dragon Energy. Do we have the Spirit Link? Do we have the Spirit Link? My opponent can hit us for 110 and prevent all effects of your opponent's attacks except for damage done to this Pokemon. And we get hit for a fast raid. Okay, so well, I'm gonna go ahead and we'll just heal off. You know what? We'll heal it off a little bit. And at this point, I can play this here, and let's just go for the Disaster Wing. Hit for 180. Oh my goodness, we are taking care of business here, folks. And there is a Gold Bat. My opponent can actually bring out 3 bats, and that could actually knock out this Absol here. And my opponent opts to take care of my Stadium, knocking that out. My opponent brings out an End. Oh, we get an End, and hey, there is a Lysander. And that means all my opponent needs to do is bring out a Latios. If my opponent can bring out a Latios, oh, here comes the Crobat. My opponent will be able to knock out the Absol over here. And goodbye, Absol. Ah, shucks. At least we still have one Absol here. We got the Mega Absol. We see a Super. Oh no, my opponent was able to scoop this up. My opponent can bring out the Crobat again and target perhaps the Ninjask, but ideally the Mega Absol, I would imagine. And here comes the Crobat. Once again, my opponent still needs to bring out the Mega Latios somehow. If not, I'd like to see a Latios hit the floor. If my opponent can bring out a Latios, I could just Lysander it out and take care of some business there. Get the job done and pack up, have a sandwich, and go home. Okay, so the Crobat is likely going to be targeting the Mega Absol EX. My opponent could target the Ninjask. That could be an easy knockout right there, hitting for 30 and then 20 and 20 from these guys. And nope, my opponent opts to take the Absol EX out instead. So, okay. All right, and that's it. My opponent doesn't do anything after that. I could play an N. Or I'm going to go with the Trick Shovel. Let's take a look at my opponent's deck. And it is a Latios EX. I'm going to get rid of that. And you know what? We'll just go with the Disaster Wing, I think. Okay. Yeah. Disaster Wing. And we hit for 180. Oh, no. Okay, so we can actually knock out either one of these. If my opponent has a Crobat and involves this one, you know, so be it. But oh my gosh. Okay, so my opponent, I don't think it's going to be really difficult for my opponent to power up a Mega Latios in one turn. I don't know. Does the Mega Latios have a trait that allows them to evolve right away? I can't remember. I don't think they do. And the thing is, my opponent will still need some Mega Turbos. We need Mega Turbo or Double Dragon. Oh, we'll still need Double Dragon Energy plus Mega Turbo. And that could actually knock out the Mega Absol. If my opponent was able to get the Mega Latios going, but I just can't see that. Oh, so here is the Mega Latios, so no Delta trait right there. And the Sonic Ace can hit us for 120, but that's about it. We get hit for another Crobat right here, and I think that's going to be it. I will play the safe route and Lysander route right here. I'm going to say GG to my opponent, and that's it. Let's just go for it. And Mega Absol was the champion here. We got rid of the... we even got rid of the computer search. Wow, that was dominance. Wow, we even get 100 coins. Ha! I'll take that any day. 100 coins, sweet. All right, and wow, Mega Absol took on the Mega Latios deck. I think my opponent just couldn't draw anything. Look at that. Well, that's not true. My opponent drew 81 cards. We only drew 57, and we were still able to come out on top. So impressive win. Impressive win. So okay, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and play one more match for you guys, and that'll be it for today, I think. Let's take a look. All right, and we're gonna be playing against Kitty 8110, and that does not look like a friendly kitty to me. I'm just kidding. All right, we're going to go with my opponent flips tails. Looks like my opponent won the coin toss, and my opponent will be getting to go first. Ooh, we see a Glissaur with submission hold. Oh, that's interesting. All right, so this is where I wish we had Mega Turbo, but good thing for us, we have Keldeo to rush in and retreat. Oh my goodness, we even see Crawdont here, so that's going to be very interesting to consider how we maneuver about this. So let's put these guys on the bench, and let's go ahead and we get to draw a number of times. We even get a Keldeo off of that, and look at that, a Swirlix. So my opponent's going to be tasting as well as disrupting our energy cards. We see the energy drop there. We see a Hypnotoxic Laser, and Keldeo here will just rush in and retreat as needed. As long as we have Darkrai, that'll be pretty good. And so, my opponent plays a Colors for 3. I'm going to end up playing Professor Birch, I think. And that means now I regret benching these guys, but you never know what can happen. We get an N, and you know, I'm gonna play a little risky here. Let's take a look at my opponent's deck, and we'll discard the Swirlix. Why not? All right, so let's go with the Professor Birch. Come on, Birch. And yes, we got heads. Oh, that is spectacular. Okay, so here we go. Let's go with this right there. Get some more energies. And we can always play an N in the next turn. I'm just going to discard some energies. We can always use those for Oblivion Wings. And at this point, I'd like to get the Darkrai, and we have one more spot for the Absol. And let's just rush in, and we can retreat. So that's pretty good. And we'll end the turn. So in the next turn, we can play and get the Oblivion Wing going. We can even play the N. My opponent's only down to 3 cards. We could play the VS Seeker for the Birch, or we can just play... Oh my goodness, my opponent got a Juniper. Either that, my opponent top decked it, or got it from the Culver's. And we see there the Corphish, and there's the Gilgar. Okay, and we see the Trainer's Mail. So we got to be very careful with these submission holds and these Corphish and Crawdunts. My opponent goes for an Ultra Ball. And I got to wait and see if my opponent plays the Ultra Ball right now or saves it for the next turn. If my opponent saves it for the next turn, I might go for the N. Hopefully disrupting my opponent from playing the Ultra Ball. And whenever my opponent gets the Ultra Ball, plays it anyways, gets rid of the Lysander and the N. Now, my opponent's going to be down to 2 cards. We see a Swirlix evolving to a Slurpuff, so my opponent's going to be able to draw into 2 more cards, and you never know what that could be. So, I might just play an N. I don't know. This is always those kind of scenarios. It's like, oh, they drew 2 more cards. What could they have? What could they possibly have? What the heck? And there it is. There is the Glissaur. But I think I can reset this if I just play Russian, if I rush in and retreat. So my opponent played an energy drop, but we get hit for the, for whatever that was. And, okay, let's go with the N. Hopefully I disrupted my opponent for a little bit. We do get this guy here, and we got the Absol as requested, so that's always good news. And we get an N here, VS Seeker again. So let's go ahead, we'll rush in, we'll retreat, get this guy out. Wing Buzz, and let's just discard this Ninkata. No need to play him anymore. We discard a Corphish. That's great. I'm going to end the turn. I don't want to play Muscle Band in case my opponent has to start on the Megaphone. They just Megaphone those things away. And the Glissaur here can hit us for a submission hold again, but, you know, again, the Keldeo can just rush in and retreat, bring in the Yveltal. We have a VS Seeker here, which we can play for the Professor Birch or an N. I'll probably play an N. And, oh my goodness, my opponent is beefing up. This Glissaur is going to be able to hit us for 40 damage. And that's going to be rather annoying. Another Corphish gets there. We see a VS Seeker probably going for the Juniper. Could go for an N2, or actually for the Colors. Most likely the Colors. Oh, Lysander's trump card. Okay, my opponent's got to play. Oh, that's interesting. We actually. Oh, darn. Now I regret not playing the VS Seeker. So, oh, wow. I did not see that coming. Who saw that coming? Raise your hand. You just lied right there. You lied. You did not see that coming. All right, I'm kidding. We get hit for 40, and yeah, really regret not playing. All right, so let's just go ahead. We'll bring this guy here, and maybe we can buy a turn. And we'll just let's just go ahead. We'll wing buzz, and looks like we'll get rid of the muscle band. Let's go with the rush in and retreat, I guess. I don't want anything funny happening to this Ninjask, so we'll just rush in and let's retreat into the Evatol. The Evatol is of less value in case if my opponent can't knock us. If my opponent does manage to knock us out somehow, we'll only give up one prize. And so my opponent plays an energy on the Corphish, probably burning it, and to bring out the Glissaur here, we'll get hit for 20 because we have the fighting resistance. But you know what? That's going to be okay. We see a Shaman here. My opponent being able to draw into more cards. I'm probably going to go ahead and bring out the Corphish again. We have a VS Seeker here. My opponent goes for a... Oh, thank goodness my opponent missed on the Crushing Hammer. We got 42 cards in our deck. And there we go. We get hit for 20 again. And all right, so we get this right here. I'm going to rush in, and I will just retreat. And it looks pretty good. And let's go with this right there. Let's go with maybe the VS Seeker, maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. All right, so let's just go with this. I'm going to go for the Oblivion Wing, hit for 50. And shucks, no energy cards in the discard pile. So that Lysander's trump card really helped my opponent. Oh my goodness, my opponent gets a Crawdunt. Totally regret. Oh man, these guys. Okay, well if we can top deck an energy, I wouldn't mind that at all. So we got Keldeo here. We have our trusty Keldeo here. As long as my opponent doesn't play any Crushing Hammers, we can bypass that. Oh no, here comes a scoop up, and thank goodness it's a Tails. Don't want to see another Crawdon right there. We've got a VS Seeker. My opponent plays a Juniper. Oh my goodness. Okay, so. Well, we got a VS Seeker. We can bring out this Crawdunt, since this Crawdunt's got 2 retreat costs. And there is a Crushing Hammer flipping heads. Oh, my goodness. Ooh. Oh, man, this is really bad. We just can't get a supporter either. Oh, here it comes the Verbank City Gym. And here comes the Hypnotoxic Laser. And there goes the Eviltol. Going to be taking on a lot of damage for the team. We can't even get the Absol going. So, no Absol here for you. And let's just rush in, and we'll just play the Lysander. Get the Lysander here, and let's bring out this Crawdunt. Hopefully my opponent flips Tails, and we can buy a turn from my opponent attacking us with Submission Hold. And, okay, so I gotta wait and see. I think my opponent right now has a really good setup. We just can't draw into anything. No Trainer's Mail to help us look into our deck. Nothing. No Acrobike. Nothing. Oh my goodness, my opponent's just getting supporters after supporters. That is supporters galore. We just can't get a supporter for our life. We should have played that VS Seeker for the end. Now that I think about it, my opponent even gets a Trainer's Mail, rubbing it in, and well, it is. Oh, my opponent even gets an AZ. No way. My opponent can play the AZ on the Crawdon in the next turn. At least we bought ourselves a 1 turn. And there is a laser, folks. More lasers to come. These lasers, I tell you. Okay, so here comes an Enhanced Hammer. We see a Hypnotoxic Laser flipping heads on the Keldeo. Poor Keldeo. At least we got another Keldeo on the bench, or in the deck. But we just gotta wait. This is gonna be a really long and daunting matchup. We stay asleep. That's okay. I don't mind that at all, as long as we get an end. Oh, thank goodness. And I'm gonna just go ahead and you know what? Let's just power up. I've got plenty of energies to go. I'm just gonna play it on the Absol. We do wake up. My opponent already has what? How many? Let's see. 1, 2, 3 Crushing Hammers in the discard pile. If my opponent has one more, that'd be too amazing. My opponent can still play Scoop Up. Okay, never mind. My opponent's going to be going for the AZ, I betcha. Okay, so here comes the AZ. My opponent's going to play the AZ. I'm going to just retreat with the Keldeo. Hopefully we don't see another Hypnotoxic Laser putting us to sleep. That would be insane. These lasers, 2 lasers have already been played. And we could see some more lasers. Here is a strong energy. 2 strong energies on this Gilgal. And our poor Keldeo. So let's just retreat. I'm going to retreat into this Ninjask. And let's go ahead. And we will discard these ends here. And I'm going to bring this guy out here. Let's go with the Wing Buzz. We'll get rid of the energy. And we will Mega Evolve. Mega Evolve has arrived, folks. We have Mega Evolved. And again, my opponent can still play the AZ, bringing up this Crawdunt. But these guys should be safe from the bench. And that's already 3 energies in the discard pile. Oh my goodness, that's ridiculous. We only played 9. That means 2 are here. So that's only 4 left in the deck unless they're all prized. And wow, these guys are getting powered up here. We see a Lysander bringing out the Darkrai. The Keldeo here can rush in and retreat. My opponent's getting rid of the Darkrai. That way we can't see any more rush-ins and retreats. And well, let's go for the N. I can always do that. And this is it. I'm going to have to start wailing away. I want to get rid of these Glissaurs as soon as possible. So, let's see here. I will just play the energy right here. I really don't want to deal with these guys and their strong energies. Now, let's just go ahead. We will rush in, and I will retreat into here. Let's go with the Wing Buzz. Get rid of that. Discard an N from my opponent. And we'll even go with this Battle Compressor. Get rid of that. Let's get rid of an Incada, perhaps. And what else can we get rid of? Maybe we can thin out our deck a little bit. Get rid of the Absol. No need to Mega Evolve anymore since the other Mega Absol is in the discard pile anyways. And let's just get rid of the... what's a really good card to get rid of? Yeah, let's get rid of the Ultra Ball. No need to play that anymore since there's no more Pokemon to search for. And we'll just use the ability, Propagate. Get rid of these right here. Nothing to search for. And then I will play this. We could go for the Lysander, or I'm going to go for the N and play an N in the next turn. And then use the abilities. Never mind, I will end the turn. So that's it. I really need to get that Shadow Circle to feel safe to play the Absol, because these guys are getting powered up here. And my opponent plays, oh my goodness, Crushing Hammer for heads. And this is going to be quite annoying here. 3 energies, 4 energies, getting rid of from the Keldeo. Well, here is the AZ. My opponent finally had to do it, and we'll bring out this Glissaur here. That could be a knockout on the Ninjask. So at least we won't see a Lysander. That's good news for us. In the next turn, I'm going to go ahead and just play this here. We got the Shadow Circle. Let's see if we get the energy here, and no, we don't. Let's go with this. And let's take a look at my opponent's deck. And ooh, it's a Crushing Hammer. That's pretty useless. I'm just going to leave it there. And let's go with this here. Ooh, we get the energy. Yes, so we do get an energy. Play it on the Keldeo. Let's rush in and let's retreat over here. Probably I should have used the ability. I forgot to do that. But go with the Disaster Wing. That's a knockout. And hopefully my opponent doesn't counter the Stadium. We could still see my opponent evolve a couple times. That would be pretty disastrous, but you know what? It is what it is, and that's already a ton of energy cards right here. 1, 2, 3, 4 energy cards in the discard pile. We see here my opponent only has 4 cards left, so that means we can maybe outpace my opponent here. So my opponent did play an AZ early. Oh my goodness, here comes a Lysander Trump card. Oh no. Yeah, so my opponent won't be decking out anytime soon, and you know, it is what it is. Hopefully my opponent does not counter the Stadium. If my opponent does counter the Stadium, I think it could be a knockout. Plus an energy drop. Opponent evolves. That's a lot of damage right there. Or my opponent can actually do Rock Cannon and flip heads a bunch of times. That would be a great, masterful attack. Now, the Absol EX here, if we can take out the Gilgar, we are in great shape. We do have a Colress here in the next turn, which we can play and be able to draw into a lot of cards. My opponent plays the Ultra Ball, probably going for the Crawdunt, but off this Colress, we should be able to get an energy card which we can play. Okay, here's the Glissaur. We can just rush in and retreat and play the energy. I'm feeling pretty good there. If we don't see a Stadium counter, we should be pretty good. All right, if we see a Stadium counter, we will get knocked out. Now, that's the only things wrong here. Oh, no, not a trainer's mail. And if we see that stadium counter, it is GG. And oh, no, we see a Team Flare Grunt. But my opponent played a supporter this turn already, I think. And here is a Hypno Toxic Laser. Yep, my opponent played the Lycian Shrimp card this turn, so won't be able to see that this turn. And ooh, here comes the Core Fish. All right. Okay, so we will get an energy discarded. That's fine with me. We get hit for 60. I'm okay with that. And for sure, we will rush in. I'm not sure what we'll retreat into. Let's go ahead and take a look at my opponent's deck. And it is a Crushing Hammer. I'm going to leave that alone. And let's go with the Colress. We need to get that. Oh, man, there was no item cards. And that's no good. So I'm going to get rid of the N. And let's just go ahead and grab this energy. We just need this single energy. And we'll just go ahead and we'll retreat into the Absol EX and take care of business. There it is, hitting for 160. And we got another kill deal. Bravo, bravo. All right, so we got to wait and see. What does my opponent have up his sleeves? We have a VS Seeker again, which we can go ahead and get another Colress. We can play a bunch of these cards here, thin out our deck, make sure we get an energy card. And there is the Crawdunt. Not sure. It doesn't look like my opponent has any attackers. So we could still see a laser. Ooh. Okay, that was pretty rough. That was pretty rough. Okay, so let's go ahead. We will rush in and we will retreat into here. And might as well heal off this Mega Absol, since that's kind of our bread and butter right there. And let's see here. Let's just go ahead. We'll go with this. Take a look at my opponent's deck. And I have no idea. That's a Verb Excision. Let's get rid of that. Gotta get rid of that Verb Excision. Thank goodness we did that. And okay, so I'm just gonna go for the Oblivion Wing. Power up the Mega Absol a little bit more. And in the next turn, we can actually Oblivion Wing again and take the Crawdaunt out. That'd be pretty nice. Here is the Core Fish, another one of those. My opponent has a Colress. At least we don't see the Glissaur. That's the only attacker in my opponent's deck, it would seem. And with Shaman over there, we see a Verb Excision that does end up countering. Oh my goodness, so we got to deal with that. Thank goodness my opponent. Oh, we even see a Crushing Hammer, Flipping Tails. Okay, got pretty lucky there. My opponent might be resorting to attack with Shaman EX, it looks like, over there. My opponent's powering up with an energy drop. We see the Scoop Up. That's going to scoop up the Crawdaunt here, so won't be seeing any knockouts right there. If we can top deck, all right, so let's take a look at this real quick. If we can top deck an energy, I will Lysander out the Shaman and take him out in one hit. So, do we have the energy? No energy for you. Let's go with the Colress. Let's take a look at my opponent's deck. And it's a VS Seeker. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I'm just going to discard it. I'm going to take out this Corefish anyways. And let's go with, I'm going to go with a Battle Compressor. Get rid of some cards that we don't need to see, like the Execute, like the Absol, like all these Ultra Balls. Oh my goodness, so many Ultra Balls. And let's go with that. And let's go with this here. And no energies. Even with the thinning of the deck, we couldn't do it. And let's take a look at my opponent's deck again. And let's get rid of an N. That's pretty good. So there's no way we can take out this Corefish. It doesn't look like it. But, you know, the good news is we can always Oblivion Wing one more time. I'm going to go ahead. We'll get rid of the N right here as well as a Keldeo. Let's get this Ninkata right here. I'm going to get rid of this Ninkata. Let's get rid of that right there. Thank goodness. So thinning out the deck a little bit more. And let's go with the Oblivion Wing. Hit for 50 and get the energy back. And we can play it onto the Absol. A little bit slow, but hey, nice and easy, wins the race. Now, all we need to do is Lysander at the Shaman and take 2 prizes. And we also got a VS Seeker, which we can go ahead and get the Colress if needed. And, oh, my opponent even plays a Crushing Hammer and flips heads. Oh, my gosh. Oh, it's depressing. Oh, that is interesting. Opts to target the Keldeo, and so we can't rush in and retreat. My opponent will discard the energy from the Yveltal here. And, looks like that's going to be the plan. So all we need to do is off this VS Seeker, if we can play and get a we'll play for the Colress, and then we'll take care of business with this Corefish. My opponent plays another Swirlix. Interesting enough, my opponent does not have any more Glissaurs or Gilgars. Looks like my opponent only had 1 or 2. I mean, So it looks like, yeah, I'm not sure what happened to the other one. My opponent's not playing that. My opponent has a energy here, and we get hit for 10. That's really strange. And okay, so I'm gonna undo that. Actually, I'd rather play it on the kill deal so we can have the flexibility of rushing in and retreating. Let's go with the Colress, and here it is, Colress for 10. And I'm going to go ahead, we'll just rush in and retreat into the Absol here. I'm going for the trainer's mail. Hopefully we can get that stadium. There it is. That way we can, nothing tricky can happen. Let's just counter this right now. We even go with the muscle band, so we're going for a little bit of an overkill. Might as well play this acro bike, and I'm going to play the battle compressor. Maybe not, I don't know. Okay, we'll play the battle compressor. And no need to do much of anything else. Let's just take care of business here. Knocking that out, and we even get rid of a Gilgar. That is excellent. That is just great. Alright, so here is another Mega Absol. We don't really need to see that. And all we need to do is Lysander out with the Shaman, which we have the Lysander in the discard pile. Oh, never mind. Well, anyways, we can play the battle compressor, get the Shaman, and then just take care of business right there. We gotta wait and see. We could see these Crawdons. Yeah, super scoop ups. I mean, I don't think so. These Crawdons, they weren't picked up last turn, so looks like we got this matchup in the bag. But my opponent does have a pretty annoying deck. And hey, look at that, we get Juniper end right into a Juniper, and we'll take care of the Slurpuff, and then we'll take care of the Shaman. Perhaps we see a super scoop up. My opponent flips tails, and yeah, it looks like things are going pretty well for us. We see a VS Seeker, and well, okay. Oh, Lysander trump card. Okay, all right. So my opponent wants to get back his Gilgars and his Glissaur, and then he can probably start attacking with that. So we have the VS Lysander trump card here, but if my opponent's going to play it, then I might as well just play my Juniper. I think. All right, so let's just go ahead and do that. And I will play this here. That way we can use an Oblivion Wing or two. And that's it. Take a peek at here. We got one VS Seeker in case we can play the Lysander trump card before we deck out. And alright, so that's pretty good. Let's just go with the Disaster Wing, taking care of business here. And we got the Lysander bringing out the Shaman in the next turn. My opponent can still play the Shaman and use a setup. Or a return, I mean, right? Sky return, that's what it's called. We see the Trainer's Mail. We are not in any immediate threats of getting knocked out. We see a Hypnotoxic Laser. We can play the kill deal, the rush in, and retreat. No problem right there. And then we should be all set. All right, so here is the laser. Doesn't matter if we go to sleep. We'll just tack on 10 damage. Kill deal can rush in and retreat. And that would be it. We'll go on our merry way. So, Crawdons here with Crab Hammer, does 60. We see an AZ. This guy won't be able to use the Crab Hammer until the next turn, and that's it. We do wake up. I'm just going to go ahead and let my opponent know GG. And a good game, sir. Let's just go ahead. We'll Lysander this guy out. And let's go with the Disaster Wing. My opponent concedes the match before we can get the final blow. But, oh, wow. This took a long time to get the job done. And Mega Absol was victorious. Mega Absol, everybody. Mega Absol. And, wow, we both played 40 trainers. Look at that, huh? I didn't think that would happen. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys liked it, give it a thumbs up. And if you guys have not subscribed yet, shame on you. I'm just kidding. But hopefully you guys do decide to, subscribe. That'd be awesome. And, yeah, if you guys have any deck ideas, shoot them my way, and I'll see to if I can build them. Remember, hashtag build this deck, please. And I'll take a peek and be able to filter and find it on my comments and stuff like that. So you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching. Take care. See you later. Goodbye.